make is Cook World. If you're joining us for the first time, kindly remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Today I'm going to show you how to make ginger skuma with fish and ugali. For the fish, this is already deep fried fish. For the spices, I'm going to use fish masala, coriander, paprika, garam masala. I have roiko, a teaspoon of roiko, coriander, onions and tomatoes, and garlic paste. First, I heat up my oil in the pan. Next, I'll add in my onions, just like that. I've added in my onions. I mix that up. I stir. Next, I add in a teaspoon of garlic paste and mix it up nicely. I do not let my onions brown, especially when it comes to fish. For some meals, I would let my onions brown, but for fish, I do not. Remember, we are making a sauce for the fish. We are not stewing the fish. So that's about it. Next, I'm adding in my tomatoes. Like that. Notice how ripe my tomatoes are. Ripe tomatoes are the best when it comes to making your sauces. They are very rich in flavor and they are not bitter. And also they do not have an aftertaste. Once you've mixed it up like that, you let the tomatoes cook. Notice how they are well cooked. So next, I'm adding in my spices. I'll start with garam masala. So about a teaspoon of garam masala, and then half a teaspoon of paprika. Next, I'll add in a tablespoon of coriander, like that, and 1.5 tablespoonfuls of fish masala. Notice how generous I am with the coriander. Garam masala has a bit of coriander in it. It's just a mixture of spices. So I mix that all up. Like that. Add in my salt. And then I added a cup of water. There you go. Don't put a lot of water because again, this is not a stew. We are just making the sauce. So stir that up and let it come to a boil. Don't worry, some water will evaporate as it boils. Like that. So Because we want our soup a little bit thicker, I'll mix a teaspoon of Royco with water, stir it up, and make sure that everything has dissolved. We do not want lumps of Royco in our sauce, plus we do not want to eat Royco. We are having fish. So put that in there and mix and stir. See how thick that is? It's just enough. So next, let it come to a boil, and that's the Royco that I've used. That is beef flavor. Once that boils, I'll take it and put it in a bowl like that. Put in a bowl and leave just a little in the pan. So we add in our fish pieces bit by bit. My pot was a little small, but it was okay. So remember, we do not want to break the fish slices. So line them up like that and pour some sauce on top of the fish. Don't pour all of it, but again, if you've put all your fish pieces in the pot, you can pour all of it. I am adding the next batch of fish pieces. Then pour the remaining sauce on them like that. We do not want to waste the richness that has been left behind in the bowl, so I add in some hot water, about just enough, just a little, like that. That is not even quarter a cup. Then add that water into the pot and shake it up like that. I could not turn the fish because I was too afraid I would break them. So that is what I did. Just that. Next, I added in my coriander and covered the pot, and I left it on the heat for about 2 to 3 minutes so that the water can evaporate, and we have some thick sauce at the bottom, just like that. The skuma, I'm adding oil in a very hot pan. This will reduce the time it takes the oil to heat up. Then I add in my onions. So I'm going to add also to this my tomato and onion nor cube, but I'll add that later on, you've seen. So as of now, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of ginger, just a teaspoon of ginger. You stir that up very well because we don't want lumps of ginger. That is why we're using a very rather fine paste. Once that is done, I add in my skuma. You can mix the skuma with spinach. I have mixed my skuma with spinach on a ratio of 2 to 1. Next, I'll just sprinkle some salt on top. After that, I'll put in my cube on top as well, but I'll not stir. I'll cover and let the vegetables go down. Here's some salt, enough salt to taste. No, that is not a lot of salt, it is enough salt. Then the tomato and onion Knorr cube. Next I cover. To mix your vegetables until it has all shrunk. Mix it well and let it sit for about 1 minute. Then remove from heat because we do not want our greens to change color. There you go. Our ugali with ginger skuma and fish. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. See you next time.